The very fact that the transfer of power is being discussed is that there's a general sense that the mandate of the people is going to be. I think the vast majority of Indians have decided that 10 years of this fascist rule is enough and we must return back to democracy. So, I don't want to go into details. From the very beginning, we have been critiquing the way the elections have been conducted, scheduling of the elections. I don't want to go into that. But now we are reaching the final stages. So in the morning I quoted the Russian dictator, Joseph Stalin. It is enough that the people knew that there was an election. The people who cast the votes decide nothing. The people who count the votes decide everything. This is a quotation attributed to Joseph Stalin, the most notorious dictator that we have had. So Russia is following this. Russian elections, we know about it, is following this. But Indian elections never had this. There was a stint of this in 2019, but not in an organized manner. Now we feel in 2024, sensing the mood of the people, they have been creating narratives and narratives and narratives, lies and lies and lies to tell that everyone in this country wants fascism to continue. But one thing I'll tell you, based on my experience nearly 5 decades ago, after the emergency 1975 to 77, I was part of the electoral process as the district magistrate of Chandigarh and the returning officer of Chandigarh in 1977. The question before the people was the same, almost the same: democracy or dictatorship. Within 2 months, they voted democracy back. The election at that time, I still remember, Mr. T. Swaminathan was Chief Election Commissioner. We were all young returning officers. Absolutely free and fair. Absolutely. I still remember. Because I was the returning officer, I conducted the election. So I am now coming back to the 2024. The atmosphere, the mood among the people is almost the same. Even in the Hindi belt. Since I have served in the Hindi belt, I get feedback from the Hindi belt. The mood is very much the same. They want India back to democracy. But the stumbling block is, are the elections free and fair? The answer is, by and large, no. This is not the way you conduct elections. I don't want to go into details. We are in the final stages. In spite of all this, people have voted, and I am sure vast majority have voted for change. And the counting day is what going to make all the difference. And the way they are going to hustle and rush up the counting, the way election commission is behaving, not manipulating the EVM, getting an order from the Supreme Court that there is no need for cross verification. So the verification is out. You can't verification. No verification is out. Now by not revealing the votes polled, they don't even want you to know how many votes were polled. So you are black box into black box, and you are counting into darkness. So it could lead to a massive stealing of the mandate of the people. So today's the whole exercise, starting from the morning till now, is to how to prevent it. How to prevent the people's mandate being, even the title of the seminar, the discussion also was the same. Mandate, stealing of the mandate. So there's a clear and present danger. That's what we discussed the whole day. And finally, of course, Mr. Prabhakar has explained to you, one strategy we want the people of India through the media to know is, now the venue shifts from Delhi to the districts, to every constituency. As a former civil servant, let me tell you, with all sense of responsibility, the entire counting operation, polling of course was there, I don't want to go into that, but the counting operation particularly, the entire counting is done by the officers of the Indian Administrative Service. They are the 543 returning officers. They are the several hundred observers who will be observing. So these IAS officers are bound by the All India Service Rules, which clearly says they have to function as per the Constitution. They must free and fair and completely. So it is mandated on them. Any violation is violation of service rules, for which they can be hauled up later. And also, before entering the service, every one of them has taken allegiance to the Constitution. And violating allegiance to the Constitution is a moral crime. So, elections, as you know, free and fair election is a basic structure of the Constitution. So, idea is now the people must do another duty. Those who have voted this fascist government out, the second duty is on them through the civil society to convey the message to all the returning officers and observers. Sir, you are being watched. You are watching, but we have hopes. You have no doubts about your integrity. We are sure you will stand by your integrity, your allegiance to the Constitution. And all we want is the will of the people should prevail. The mandate should prevail. As you know, vox populi, vox Dei. Voice of people is the voice of God. That is the message we are trying to convey through this day-long deliberations. Thank you very much.